The number of stay-at-home fathers in Canada has been growing steadily. While the trend is not perfectly linear, it is fairly linear. Use the data from 1976 and 2010 to find an explicit formula for the number of stay-at-home fathers, then use it to predict the number in 2020. So here we have our data, and we're using the data specifically from 1976 to 2010. Our explicit model for linear growth is P sub n equals P naught plus D times n. If our initial year is 1976, then that tells us P naught is 20,610. So I have this portion of my model, and I need to find D. So we're going to use the year 2010 to do that. The year 2010 is 34 years after this. So when n is 34, P sub n is 53,555. We plug that in, 53,555 equals 20,610 plus D times the number of years, which was, again, 34. And now we solve for D. If we subtract 2,610 from both sides of our equation, we get 32,945 equals 34 times D. Now we divide both sides by 34, and that gives us just our 32,945 over 34. And that doesn't reduce at all. So our explicit model now is P sub n equals 20,610 plus 32,945 over 34 times n. Now we can use it to estimate or predict the number of stay-at-home dads in 2020. So 2020 is 44 years after 1976. So we're looking for P sub 44. 20,610 plus 32,945 over 34 times 44. Plugging this into our calculator, we get an approximate answer of 63,244.7. Now, this number is actually supposed to represent the number of stay-at-home dads, so that should probably be a whole number. So we're going to go and round this up to 63,245.